The Lady in the Car with Glasses and a Gun is a 1966 novel by the French author Sébastien Japrisot. Japrisot was born in Paris in 1931. As a young man, he went to study philosophy at the Sorbonne, but spent much of his time there finishing his first novel, The False Start, which appeared in 1951. Afterwards, he translated The Catcher in the Rye into French. He worked in advertising, then in cinema, and he died in Vichy in 2003 at the age of 71. He's much better known in France than in the English-speaking world. The Lady in the Car with Glasses and a Gun won the 1966 Prix d'Honneur and the Crime Writers Association Gold Dagger for the best crime novel by a foreign writer. It's a little over 200 pages long. It tells the story mostly from a first-person perspective, although it does switch vantage points occasionally, of a young woman called Marie Virginie Longo, Dani for short, who does a favour for her boss, including chauffeuring him and his wife to the airport, and who then, on a whim, decides to borrow his car, a luxurious convertible, to visit the Mediterranean coast. It's the height of summer. On the way, she meets person after person who claims to have seen her before, recently, in exactly the same car, and she comes to doubt her own sanity. Then she discovers a dead body in the car's trunk, someone she's never seen before, but which the evidence suggests she herself might have murdered during some kind of blackout. It would be presumptuous of me to claim that this is the best crime novel ever written. I'm not sure anyone's in a position to make that sort of judgment. However, I have read a fair number of crime novels, not detective novels. They're not quite the same thing, including a lot of Elmore Leonard, who's often touted as the best crime novelist of the last century, and this is as good as any. To begin with, it's very well written. Secondly, the conclusion ties up all the loose ends, although by about halfway through, one can't help thinking the author may have bitten off more than he can chew. Literally until the last 2 or 3 pages, the reader doesn't know exactly what's happening. When we finally find out, astonishingly, it works. Just as importantly, the characterization is excellent. The blurb on the back of the English edition says, Dani Longo is blonde, beautiful, and thoroughly unpredictable, which makes her sound a bit like a gangster's mole. She isn't. She's conscientious, eccentric, severely myopic, she can't do without her prescription sunglasses, and highly intelligent. And all the characters in here are fully rounded. This is a novel in the realistic style, and there's nothing implausible about any of it. What finally sets it apart, however, is its sense of place. Everyone loves France, and this is as French and as chic as a fashion show on the Champs-Élysées. Dani Longo starts off in Paris, she ends up in Marseille, and every page is full of real place names and peculiarities of local culture. There's never any doubt about where we are. And because Dani Longo is so likeable, it's almost as if we're going on a kind of illicit holiday with her. In case you haven't yet got the message, I think this is a book that deserves to be better known. If you haven't read it yet, why not take it on holiday? Although that's not without its dangers. If you're not holidaying in France, it might make you wish you were.